What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you stopping by for the first time, if you see something that you like here today, please don't forget to subscribe at some point. For those of you stopping by that have been here before, welcome back to TLTG Reviews, my friends. Glad you came to see me. So today I've got a very large haul to go over with you guys. We're not going to spray every single thing. Some of these I've procrastinated going ahead and busting out the box, and some just came in. Some new releases from this year and one specific release from last year that I've been itching to get my hands on for a while. Stay tuned. So these fragrances actually come from 3 different places, from FragranceNet, 7fragrance.com, and from the Fragrance Group. So we'll start off with what I got from FragranceNet. So Bachelor number 1 is a tester of the newest release in the Wanted line, Azzaro Wanted Tonic. Now, most of the time when I get a tester, it has a cap. Now, I haven't sprayed any of these, but I did open it to check for a cap, and unfortunately, no cap. So, very disappointing for me, but as cheesy as this thing is, I will leave it on. But I have been itching to try this one, so I am going to spray this one on my skin just to see, because I hear some people say it's underwhelming, some say it's a nice release for the line. I got to judge it for myself. As you can see, it had not been sprayed before. Like I said, I haven't sprayed any of these. I just busted the cellophane on every box except for this one, because this was a tester, it didn't have cellophane. Okay, definitely not some mold breaking DNA. I get where everybody's coming from with that. Definitely getting a lot of ginger. It's got an aquatic feel without the warm spice of the cinnamon and stuff like that that the Wanted line's known to have. Actually, based off of this first smell, it's a welcomed addition to the line, because you got sweet, spicy, powerful, even more powerful, even more spicy, sweet with Wanted by Night, and then this is a fresher take. It fits in the line. They needed this. Is performance going to be stellar? Probably not, but that's yet to be determined. Who knows? I tend to get pretty good performance on my skin. But I'm pretty excited to have this one. I might potentially wear this one this week, but first, from the FragranceNet portion of this haul, is Azzaro Wanted Tonic. Next, I finally pulled the trigger. Everybody's been raving about this one. Acqua di Gio Profondo. Grabbed a 75 ml. I've been itching to try this one because it's supposedly what Acqua di Gio would be if it was a new fragrance in this current generation. Is basically the way, what I've gathered on how they've summed this fragrance up. So let's take a look, and oh yeah, that bottle is beautiful. Just the blue version of the Profumo bottle, essentially. Very, very beautiful. Doesn't have the cap on the bottom, the little plate that Profumo has, and it's not magnetic. Shame on you, Giorgio Armani, or whoever your distributor is. Does it say on here? Let me use the lighting to my advantage. Giorgio Armani Parfums, so they do their own distribution. Okay, shame on you, Giorgio Armani. We need the magnetic caps. That's BS. So, if I was still categorizing presentation in my overall scores, I'd get a knock for that, because I love the magnetic cap on Profumo. But I got to see what all the fuss is about. Fantastic atomizer. I have to know. I've never smelled it. I've smelled one clone of it, but I can't go based off of the clone as my very first and only way of judging this fragrance. That different freshness is probably that Aquazone note, the new synthetic aroma molecule. I definitely get the mineral notes in here. It's got a almost a wet cement type of smell to it, as weird as that sounds. I could see this smelling great out in the air. I bet this smells better out in the trail than it does directly off of skin like this. Definitely get the DNA, and it doesn't smell redundant to have with the others. That's the beauty of this line. It's not redundant to have the whole line because they all have their differences while still having the DNA just wedged in there somewhere for you to really pick it up. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing a full wearing very soon of this one and potentially do a full review. Pretty excited to have this one. New release that everybody's been raving about for the most part. Acqua di Gio Profondo. Next, newest release in the Dolce & Gabbana The One line that got a lot of mixed reviews when it came out at the beginning of the year. The One Eau de Parfum Intense, scoop to 50 ml. And I've got 2 fragrances on skin aside from what I'm already wearing. So 3 fragrances total on skin already. So for this one, I'm going to spray it on the test strip. Oh yeah, and right off the bat, I'll tell you this bottle is going to be a fingerprint magnet. It does look very nice when it's brand new and clean. Well, let's find out. I've heard comparisons kind of to La Nuit de l'Homme because of the cardamom. Every time cardamom shows up in a fragrance and it's a dominant note, everybody wants to immediately point to La Nuit de l'Homme. But let's see. On paper, obviously it'll be a little different on skin. It has a richness to it. It smells like it's got some depth that you don't really find in the one. More depth than the one traditionally has already. I definitely smell the cardamom. I'll tell you right off the get, just these first few seconds of smelling this, this smells beautiful and seductive. It's sweet. It's sweet spicy, but more sweet than spicy. It's sensual. This is sensual and seductive. This is going to be a fantastic date night fragrance, cuddling fragrance, getting down and dirty fragrance, whatever you want to say. This is going to be good for that. It's got almost like a caramel sweetness in there on the paper. I like this. You know, I know a lot of people gave it mixed reviews and a lot of people were underwhelmed by it, but I like it. I think it smells really good. Because I have the eau de toilette, I didn't see the point in grabbing the eau de parfum, but with this, having the eau de toilette and going with the EDP Intense, just made sense. And this definitely doesn't smell just like the eau de toilette, so yay for me. Let's smell the next one. Next is another new release from this year from Yves Saint Laurent in the L'Homme line. It's L'Homme Le Parfum. You know I like a good blue fragrance, and this is basically a blue fragrance from what I understand. I grabbed the 60 ml. We'll check this bad boy out next. Yeah. The bottle looks nice. Has that chrome cap. Let's see what it smells like on paper. Sprayer drips a little bit. I definitely smell the L'Homme DNA. It definitely smells like L'Homme. It smells like L'Homme and YSL combined, like some aspects of Y mixed with L'Homme. Yeah, that's what it smells like on the paper to me. I don't know if any of you have smelled this and get that, but this smells like a combination of YSL and YSL L'Homme. It's probably because of the amber wood. But it's pleasant. This is a daily wear type of thing right here. This is a signature scent worthy type of smell. This is something where you can get this and this is your fragrance you do everything with. Which blue fragrances are good for. They're versatile. They're mass appealing. Some people knock fragrances for that because so many mass appealing fragrances come out nowadays. If it smells good, it smells good. I judge fragrances as individuals. Yes, I have a ton of mass appealing and blue fragrances. But I can enjoy I can find a good quality about each one of them because I like that genre. Who doesn't like a fragrance that just smells good? This smells good. It's going to remind you of a lot of things, but it definitely smells like a richer version of L'Homme, which is what they were going for. Just like La Nuit de l'Homme Le Parfum changes up La Nuit de l'Homme a little bit and adds some depth and richness. And I like that one better than La Nuit de l'Homme. And speaking of La Nuit de l'Homme, let's move into the next fragrance. So last year, this came out. And I waited and waited and waited and waited for it to show up from FragranceNet. And here we go. La Nuit de l'Homme Eau de Parfum. 100 milliliter bottle. I have La Nuit de l'Homme, La Nuit de l'Homme L'Intense, La Nuit de l'Homme Le Parfum, and now La Nuit de l'Homme Eau de Parfum. I've seen mixed reviews on this one as well, where people say, oh, it's not what we wanted. We just make a stronger La Nuit de l'Homme. That's all we want. And others say, you're not judging this for what it is. This is a masterpiece fragrance. There's a lot of mixed reviews out there on this one. That's why I always encourage people. Try things for yourself. It's a sweeter La Nuit de l'Homme. This is deep though. On the paper, I can smell the depth. This is a deep fragrance. There's a lot of body. There's a lot of depth to this. It has a richness. It's full-bodied. It smells like a thick oil. It's beautiful. It doesn't smell exactly like La Nuit de l'Homme. You can tell it's in the line. I feel like they took a lot of the best characteristics of La Nuit de l'Homme and La Nuit de l'Homme Le Parfum and added a bit more. What am I looking for here? They took those two and combined the best aspects of both. And there's something that was added for richness. It's not bold, but it's beautiful. This smells great. For any of you that have knocked this fragrance, that have smelled it, to each their own. You're right to your opinion. This is my opinion. I think, upon first impression on a test strip, this is beautiful and full-bodied and rich. And I'm going to tell you right now, based off this first sniff on a test strip, which is exactly how I smelled the original La Nuit de l'Homme the first time, I'm getting a better feeling about this than I did the original. Through wearings that we'll see if that thought process changes for me and my feelings change. Maybe I like it less. Maybe I like it just as much. Maybe I like it more. But in this moment, I like it more. I'm so glad it was a 100 ml that I grabbed. This smells beautiful, rich, and deep. And this is also the last fragrance from the FragranceNet portion of this haul. Let's see what I got from 7 Fragrance. Now from 7 Fragrance, last time I got a fragrance from them, I got Roberto Cavalli Uomo. This time I got Roberto Cavalli Uomo Silver Essence. It's supposed to be the best one in the line. Kind of like if Roberto Cavalli Uomo and Valentino Uomo Intense had a baby type of thing. Digging the bottle. It's transparent gray versus the black of the original. Ooh, smell violet leaf. Right off the bat, violet leaf and orris. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Violet leaf and orris. That's what it smells like. And I smell the sweetness of the original. I know, I've looked at the note breakdown. I know the honey's not in there according to the note breakdown, but it smells like the honey's in there. I get it now. This is better than the original. At least on first impressions. And I like the original. The original's great. Fantastic fragrance. But I love orris and iris. I love that. And the orris is rich and thick in this one. Oh, this is a beautiful fragrance. Full review coming soon. I will be testing this one out in the next week or so. It's going to get in line. I do have a few others that I'm testing to review first, but I will be doing a full review on this one sooner rather than later. Oh, this is beautiful. And cheap. Cheapie stud right here. If it performs anywhere close to what the original does, this is just fantastic fragrance. Like I said, I got this from our friends over at 7fragrance.com, and that's Roberto Cavalli Uomo Silver Essence. And last but not least, these were actually sent in a package with Oula Rouge from Christian Siriano from the fragrance group. It was sent out to me for review. I just haven't gotten to these yet. They were sent to me, I want to say I got them about 2 weeks ago. I just got around to testing and reviewing Oula Rouge, which I love, by the way. And this is the new fragrances from Tumi. This is Awaken and Unwind, 100 milliliter bottles. So I will bust these out. I don't believe we'll be spraying these. I'm gonna just bust out one for right now. Don't believe I'll be spraying these. There's a lot of scents going on in this room right now. I just want to check out one of the bottles. Wow, it's a weapon. Sucker's heavy. It has a little sticker covering where you rotate to unlock the cap. So we'll pull that off. That right here. That is pretty cool. Wow, that sucker really holds into place too. This cap is heavy. Dense. This thing's heavy. That's a cool design too. It's different. Lock and twist style, you know. Not going to spray it, you know. Not going to do this in the first impressions. I'm going to save that for a full review because I will wear them as a set. I will wear Awaken as my scent of the day and Unwind as my scent when I get out of the shower to wind down for the evening. That's how I'll do it for testing Awaken and Unwind. It just makes sense to me. Seems like the best course of action. So, like I said, be looking out for the full review on Awaken and Unwind from Tumi. Well, guys, that's a bunch of fragrances that I'm really excited to have, really excited to test and review. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Do appreciate all the feedback. I love hearing from you guys. How many of these have you tried already? A lot of new stuff. And this is La Nuit de l'Homme Eau de Parfum. I think I'm most excited about this one, if I'm being completely honest here. And it's going to be the one that, besides Dolce & Gabbana, the one in Eau de Parfum Intense that I wear the least. But it's the one I'm the most excited about, as weird as that sounds. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on any of the fragrances discussed here today and you give them a spray now, who knows? You might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.